Hello, my name is Lara, and today we'll be looking at Connect Enterprise, one of the new UiPath features. Once we have logged in for the first time, it is important to first create users in the system and set their permissions. Next, it is important to set up your organizational structure. Here, we will create a customer management automation area. We can then set up a list of all applications that we use in our organization. This is important to maintain as the submitter of a component and idea assessor are asked what application the component or idea relates to. For the purposes of our example, we will say that we work in an organization which uses an in-house platform called Market Guru. This falls within the sales and marketing automation area and was created using JavaScript. The documentation section allows the user to upload organization-specific templates for process definition documents, solution design documents, and development specification documents. UiPath have also provided some default templates to use instead. However, you can change the default template that is used when you upload a new document. The idea assessment section contains details about the types of assessments and lets the administrator preview an idea and automation submission. Idea assessment is used to assess the idea based on a simple set of questions answered by the submitter. Based on the answers, an assessment score is assigned to the submission. Automation assessment is then used if the idea is determined to be suitable and the assessment score is high enough. The process owner is then invited to answer more in-depth questions about the process, and the assessment score is calculated once more. If the questions in the automation assessment are not specific or detailed enough, the automation assessment form can include customized questions. It is important to note that these questions are not factored into the assessment score, and unfortunately, only 25 custom questions can be made, and these questions can't be deleted. Here, we will create our own custom question, and we will then be able to see it in the automation assessment later. Before we submit an idea, let's have a quick rundown of the overall layout of Connect Enterprise. The workspace section details your own workspace, such as the automation pipeline, where all submitted ideas in the organization are listed, the ideas you are collaborating on, the ability to upload components such as reusable code, and the ability to follow other users' ideas. Similar to the workspace, the Explore section allows you to view all automations and components published within the company, along with the profiles of your colleagues, components, and a leaderboard which shows your ranking against the rankings of other users. The system admin and program managers can also view a dashboard which reports on automation performance, cost, and benefits. We also have a help section, which has FAQs, a contact us option, a list of tasks that are assigned to you, and alerts which provide notifications. Now that we're all set up, let's submit an idea. We can submit an employee-driven idea or a COE or Center of Excellence idea. The COE ideas can bypass the initial idea assessment and instead go straight to the automation assessment, which contains more detailed and in-depth questions. Today, we're going to go for an employee-driven idea, and we click Let's Get Started. The first question asks us to provide a short description of the process. So let's say we work in the marketing department. On our website, we have a survey that customers can complete once they have made a purchase. We want to collect all the data from that survey and input it into our in-house marketing application, Market Guru, which we created earlier. So here we will describe this as collect survey data and input it into the Market Guru surveys module, locate the survey and fill in all the detail. What is the name of the task? Let's call it survey data. Then we choose the hierarchy. So you can see in our drop down, here's the area that we created earlier. But let's be specific and choose sales and marketing. Next, we'll select our automation category of understand markets, customers, and capabilities. And we'll select perform customer and market intelligence analysis as we're gathering the data for customer analysis. Next, we'll determine how rule-based the process is. Let's say it's very rule-based as it's performed the same every time. The input data is also purely digital as it is completed on the website. So we'll select very much digital. Next, we will determine the structure of the data. The questionnaire may have some fillable fields where the user can include additional feedback or information, but the questionnaire is mostly multiple choice. So we will select pretty much structured, and we can add a comment in here as well. Then we'll say if we are expecting any changes. Let's say some change expected, as the questions asked in the survey may change. And do we have any documentation? Let's say no, we don't. Now we select the process owner. Let's make that me. Here we can review the form before we click submit. Once we have clicked submit, we are given this assessment score or idea score. When the score is low, it is explained why this is, but we have a pretty good score here, so we don't get this. Great. Now that we have submitted our idea, we can navigate to my workspace. Here's an idea I created earlier and the one we created now. As you can see, it is currently awaiting review. On our dashboard, we have an actions option. Here we can click automation profile and we can see the details of the idea. We can choose to approve, reject, mark as duplicate, archive, or delete. If we choose to reject or delete the idea, we have to say why. Let's choose to approve this idea. Now when we go back to our dashboard, we can see that idea has approved. Now that the idea is approved, the assessment can be launched. This is done by the program manager, and as you can see here, the phase has changed to assessment. Once the phase has changed to assessment, the nominated process owner receives an email alert requesting completion of the advanced information. We can now see that the detailed assessment section has appeared on the automation profile, but it isn't yet filled in. By clicking Edit, we can complete these fields. As the process owner, we can now complete these fields. We could say that a pain point is that human error may relate to incorrect data, and this has a negative impact of incorrect customer statistics. Because of this reason, we can say that we want to automate this process to improve quality. As the questionnaire may change, we will say that this process won't change, but there may be application changes. We can complete the employee profile, detailing how much time is spent on the manual process and the corresponding cost. Other important details include process volume, further process details, and data input. You will also notice any custom questions that have been created are also included. It is important to also list the applications that are used, the benefits, challenges, and upload any documentation. Once the assessment is marked as complete, an assessment score is given. The new phase is now qualification, which can be either approved, on hold, or rejected. These approved ideas can then be picked up by business analysts to do a deep dive and fully map out the process for developers. That concludes our Connect Enterprise demo. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in trying Connect Enterprise for yourself, you can create an account through the Connect Enterprise Hub. Please let us know what you think about this new feature.